Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. Thinkorswim freezes today and causes people to lose money. Luckily, I have my phone up at the same time and I was able to get out of some of my positions before they turned red. But it was not fun to see that because from being up a couple thousand to now being only up a couple hundred for the day, it kind of sucks, but it happens, guys. You just got to be prepared and just be ready for anything because things like this happen and they happen today. I know a few people lost some money because of the freeze. I didn't even know my system was frozen until I saw it on the chat room and everybody's saying, hey, this thing is frozen. And then I just happened to see that the numbers were changing on my phone and not on my computer screen. But enough about that. That's not really why I wanted to make this video today, guys. I just wanted to point this out. I mean, we're getting close. We're getting real close to some fun times. And I think it's time you start paying attention to the things that are happening. So as you can see here, look at the yearly chart on the E-minis, guys. Look at this thing. Look at this move higher, but look at the RSI, right? The RSI is building here some divergence. As the markets go higher, the RSI is setting lower peaks here. So let's see if I can draw that here. Is it gonna let me? No, it's not gonna let me draw it here. I don't know why. But you can see here clearly that we have some divergence from this peak to this peak. Okay, it's obviously the thing is about to come down and it's gonna come down. It's gonna come down hard. Okay, so this is just the yearly. Definitely start going down the time frames, guys. Start looking at your charts. Start preparing. One way you can prepare for this is start looking at VIX. The VIX is practically at the bottom already. And I'll go over that chart. I'm already starting to load up. Some people bought some really expensive insurance policies by putting in some real money. I mean, they put in millions of dollars into some VIX calls. And you know what? If somebody's willing to put millions of dollars on that insurance policy, well, so am I. Because I definitely want to take advantage of this move. The VIX is practically at the bottom. So if you start buying, well, I'm buying for myself some VIX calls from November all the way through April. November 27 all the way through April in preparation for anything that can happen. You know what I mean? Some people, if you start going through those options chains, you're going to start seeing what I'm talking about. But for example, here, look again on the quarterly. Look at the RSI levels here. Look at the RSI levels here, guys. Again, this thing is going higher while the RSI is showing lower peaks, and this is the E-minis. You'll see the same thing on the Dow and the NASDAQ futures. So it's pretty interesting to see how this is starting to play out. So when this thing comes down, it's going to be a hard move lower. And, what are the ways you can prepare for it? Because we don't know when. So it's impossible to try to predict when something like this is going to happen, guys. You just got to kind of be ready, pay attention to things that could happen, and things that are going to give you a good notification, a good indication that it's going to be a massive sell-off. I mean, one of the market internals that we use definitely tells you that up front, and it is on this list here. One of them definitely tells you that when there is going to be a 1,500 point drop, something happens on that indicator every single time. You just got to pay attention. Go through your charts and start looking for that stuff, guys. But again, look at this divergence here. Look at this peak here from 2018 and look at this peak here, 2019. Look at this trend lower on the RSI, guys. Look at this. Do you see that? So again, pay attention to all those things because this is what's going to help you make an informed decision when the time comes. If you're not using market internals like the ones we use, by all means, go ahead and take the course and see how we use them to our advantage. I've been pushing it out more and more in the group to start setting alerts so that when you see this thing start hitting these key levels, you are prepared. Okay? So again, look at this. Look at this. So this is the monthly chart, guys. And obviously, I don't think Thinkorswim is back to full effect because these charts are not loading properly. Let's take a look here. Let me see if I can move this line. There we go. All right. So we're moving higher from 18 all the way practically to 20, guys. So it may happen between now and the end of the year, or it may happen early 2020. I mean, the market wants to go up. The market's going to go up. But when it comes down, just be ready. Do you have the right indicators the right system to let you know that something like this is about to happen, and that you're going to have a massive selling month like this, followed by another selling month like this. That's what you want to be prepared for, guys. Don't miss out on that drop. So, are you paying attention to the things that are going to help you profit from this drop that is coming? It is coming. We know it's coming. Almost 100%. We know a drop is going to come. So when is what we don't know. So again, we're not going to try to predict this. But this is what I like about what I'm seeing here, guys. I mean, look at this this weekly chart. Again, we're near the highs, but now, is this a fake breakout? Is the E-minis, is the S&P failing to break out of these key high levels? It made its all-time highs, set a new all-time high, but now it's coming right back to these levels. Let me get rid of all these studies because they're kind of getting in the way. So, look at this. Hit all-time highs, double topped, now triple topped, broke above it, and now we're starting to come right back to these levels, guys. I consider this a problem, especially if we close below this level this week. This could be a major problem for the S&P and the markets as a whole for the weeks that follow going into the end of the year. I mean, we're going into November now. So if this week we don't close at or above these levels, this could be a massive warning sign that the markets are going to start pushing lower, and that acceleration may come fast and furious. So just be ready for anything, guys. Just be ready for anything. So key things that you want to pay attention to, obviously, pay attention to the VIX. Again, the VIX is in our green zone, meaning it's likely to bounce from here. What we're looking for is something like this. Boom, boom. Push higher. Something like this. Boom, boom. I mean, the VIX is already at the bottom, guys. It can only go down as much as $8.56 is probably the lowest it's been. But practically here, when it's at these levels, this is the bottom. I mean, you can expect the markets to continue to go higher unless volatility increases, which just about everywhere you're going to see that we are expecting an increase in volatility going into the end of the year, going into the beginning of 2020. So an increase in volatility means that there is an expected move higher on the VIX. So what can you do? Start going through these options chains, guys. Start looking for reasons to get into these 27 Novembers, Decembers, these Aprils. These Aprils are pretty cheap, guys. So, start looking at some of these, the volume that is going into some of these, Start paying attention to where the money is going. So if people are putting money out here, why and how much? Do the math. So there was a massive order placed here yesterday for over $1 million. So I was like, hey, you know what? I don't have to put in $1 million in here to make some money just in case. Again, it is an insurance policy, guys. Hey, I may be going long the markets, but hey, and just in case it doesn't go that way, let me start buying some calls. And again, these are for April. I'm also going to be looking at adding more positions in the money. Again, these are worth $8 now. Again, we're practically at the bottom, $8 now. But even the ones that are in the money now, again, guys, they only lost a few dollars. But if the VIX does manage to rally, think about how much money you're going to make. You're going to make thousands of dollars per contract on a spike. So again, start loading up and start getting ready for what's to come, because it is coming. We just don't know when. So just get ready. So the divergence is there. Start preparing yourself. The markets are going to have a massive move. Do you have the right things in front of you to let you know what's to come? If you don't, guys, click the links below. Join our group. Get excited, because this is about to be a lot of fun pretty soon here. And tomorrow's Friday. We're going to have a lot of fun on Friday, because, again, it is discount day on these contracts. So let's get it.